Special counsel Robert Mueller may have something else to look into: ongoing contacts between President Trump and General Michael Flynn. In a piece for Yahoo News, investigative reporter Michael Isikoff says not only does General Flynn remain loyal to the president, but the two still are in communication. According to the report, Flynn was meeting with friends at a dinner late last month when he indicated he had just received a message from the president saying, quote, "Stay strong." And Michael Isikoff joins us now. Michael, good morning. Good to see you. So, put this into a little context for us. When was it? How did it happen? And is the president still talking to General Flynn through all the news we've seen in the last couple of weeks?
Yeah. Interestingly, look, this was the evening of April 25th. That was a really tough day for Michael Flynn because Jason Chaffetz and Elijah Cummings had just come out, said they'd reviewed classified Pentagon documents that confirmed that Flynn had not disclosed the foreign payments he had gotten from Turkey and from Russia, and that this raised legal questions. So his legal woes were deepening. He's got mounting legal bills from his lawyers. He knows that the FBI is investigating him. He assembles a group of friends at a restaurant in Northern Virginia, and the big question in everybody's mind is, what are his views at this point about President Trump, who fired him? His lawyer had said he wanted immunity. Was he going to offer some damaging information about the president? Far from it. Flynn indicates he is completely loyal to the president, and then he says, and this startled some as the meal was leaving, he had just gotten a message from President Trump to stay strong. Now, we were talking before about how President Trump doesn't recognize boundaries. He was talking to the FBI director about pending cases. This is almost just as startling in some ways. Here is a guy who is in the crosshairs of a federal investigation that involves, in part, his work at the White House, and the president is still in touch with him.
So this is obviously, Mike, not something any attorney or any counselor to a president would advise him to do. Did the president just reach out independently? Do you know how he's been in touch with General Flynn?
We don't know. There's some indications that this was not, that this has been ongoing contact. And what's significant about this is, there's multiple areas where Flynn has potential legal liabilities, but just go back to what got him fired in the first place. That conversation with the Russian ambassador, Kislyak, December 29th, in which he indicated that they would revisit sanctions. And that was not known to Vice President Pence and others. One key question here that has not been answered is, did President Trump, then President-elect Trump, authorize him to have that conversation? Was he briefed on it at the time? Because you remember, Vice President Pence said he didn't know about it. The White House gave misleading, false accounts. Yeah. What did the president know?
Well, and that's obviously going to be part of the investigation, and Mike Flynn has a story to tell, Kat, and he's going to tell it. But on these phone calls, any lawyer, I don't know what the political impact would be, but any criminal defense lawyer would be horrified if their client made the phone call that Donald Trump made and then said, "Stay strong," because it certainly does sound at that point like he's telling him, don't give in, don't give an inch, don't reveal any information.
Getting involved in the investigation in some way.
I'm on your side. It's not direct, but any criminal defense attorney would be horrified. But you look at Donald Trump's staff, and again, this is a pattern. What have they complained about? They can't get his private cell phone out of his hands. A cell phone that can be listened into by everybody. And you continue to hear that they can't stop him from talking to a stream of people all over the place.
Yeah, but they're also, first of all, they all signed up for those jobs. They've been with Donald Trump for a long time. The reporting does now suggest that it wasn't just Donald Trump who wanted Michael Flynn. Ivanka Trump, Jared Kushner also supported that appointment as well. Mm-hmm. So this is a staff that is trying to have the best of both worlds. They want that maverick politician who makes decisions that are not part of the conventional wisdom, but now they also say they want to contain him. I think that's a very hard thing to do, and his supporters are going to say, hold on a second. If he starts being contained, he's not the guy that we elected.
Yeah, when you start having the possibility of a criminal investigation, maybe it's time to just reel it in just a tad.